How's everybody doing out there? This is the Black Effect, the real Black Effect. And I just want to talk to my sisters now. And our sisters are too used to dealing with the wrong type of men. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. Don't get offended, sisters. Don't get offended. Don't, start getting defensive because you have to hear me out. And a lot of y'all just know I'm telling the truth. Like you know that what I'm saying is true. You're too used to dealing with the wrong type of guy. You so used to dealing with that type of man that you don't even know how to deal with a good brother or a righteous brother or a man who can actually do you some good. Like the defenses are up too much. And I'm sorry, like when you are so defensive like that, and when you projecting yourself as a hammer, everything looks like a nail. When you looking at stuff from that perspective, like of men ain't, men do this, or everything is negative, you're not gonna be able to attract the man that you want. He not gonna stick around long enough because you aren't women. You will say something like, "Oh well, I need a man just to come show me some different," and you ain't gonna be able to get a man to show you any different because he's not. You're not gonna get to that point with him. He's not gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to get him to that point because you're not gonna be able to stop the things that are within you that run him off. And those things and you don't really understand men if you don't get that, because you can look good, but those good looks have to be attached to something that's cooperative to for the good looks to even be an asset to you. Because if you just look good and you constantly turning men off or turning men away, it's not gonna benefit you with men. You're not gonna be able to get anything from them because they're gonna see your game. They're gonna see that they can't gain, that it's not gonna be reciprocation there. Like the world works on reciprocity. You can't just be trying to get things from a man, and you want him to cooperate and follow these traditional roles and silly stuff. Like when we know the traditional stuff, all that traditional stuff is antiquated. This 2023, you look at the economy. Everybody needs to be earning something. When men is like saying that they want that, when they talk about 50-50 in the sense that men mention it, like, do you understand? Like, can you not do math? Dude's not asking you to come in and pay 50% of their bills. They not like, if a man is taking care of 100%, you taking care of 100%. He say he gonna come into your world and he's handling his 100%, and he say he gonna take over 50% for you. That's you not giving him anything in the 50. You just continuing to handle 50% of yours. But you were handling 100 at one point in time. Is that an asset or a liability to you? Is that an asset or a detriment to you? You tell me, like, is that benefit? Is that an asset to you? Is that benefiting you for somebody to just, what if just a company just like, look, man, I'm just going to pay 50% of your bills. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take 50%. And that's it. You just gotta show up, one day here, for 3 hours or whatever, and entertain, do this like the same way you gotta show up for your man. Like, you living life. You don't have to do anything out of the abnormal. You wanna go out. You wanna go out to eat and do all this and show up. So he doing everything you want and fitting. You just have to fit into his life by being cooperative. But women don't want to do that. 50% is not worth that to them. Do you understand that, fellas? That's not work, like, because they understand the concept. They not stupid. They try to shame dudes and just conflate everything because they not stupid. They understand the simple concept. But what they don't want, women just don't want to admit the truth a lot of times. What they don't want to admit is that 50%, you taking care of 50% of their lifestyle. You not contributing to 50% of the man's. He's already handling 100%. You wouldn't be dealing with him otherwise. You ain't dealing with a man. We're not talking about dealing with a man who living with his mama. We're not talking about you dealing with a man who is a do boy, or one of them drug dealers who got it today then ain't got it the next day. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about that. We talking about you dealing with a righteous brother, a 9 to 5 brother, a brother who may got his own business, whatever. He's doing him. He's paying for it. He's a bachelor. You look up what a bachelor is. He's a bachelor. He's an eligible bachelor. And there's a lot of them out here today. But again, that 50, your 50%, you taking over they 50%, it's not worth their cooperation to you. That's what it is. They don't want to cooperate with you. And even when a dude comes and pays 100%, does that simp, he bees the simp, he becomes the simp that they want him to be, that the world wants you to be. You just become the simp sheep who's led by the culture. You even doing that they still don't want to cooperate with you in the sense that you want. Now, because a man, like I said, look at men who got money, who are rich, who a lot of women chase. These men have multiple women. They don't deal with these women in a serious way. They don't get them and the women that they deal with, they not getting the cooperation from them like that you would want. You understand? Like, you don't have these women not cooking and cleaning. These women not doing nothing. Like, these women not bringing the support that these men need. These are just baby mamas. They're just baby mamas, man. They have a baby mama and baby daddy relationship. And that's what we're championing in this society. We're making that norm because that's all you see. They were popularizing this because that's all you see. It's like you got to explain this folly that people are going through. You got to explain the folly because it's a failure. We shouldn't have all these babies out of wedlock and babies with no fathers and no families. That creates this society, this chaotic society we have, man, these effeminate males. But women today, a lot of modern women, they do that on purpose. They set up this dysfunctional situation on purpose. And I know that's sad for some people to hear, but that is the truth. They set up this dysfunctional situation on purpose. They sought out Pookies and Ray Rays. Like, they knew these dudes. Like, come on, man. Like, you say, Goldman Sachs give you all this money. Like, black women are supposed to be smart. You're supposed to be a smart. We already know that white women throughout history have been going and getting the bad boys, having daddy's trust fund, but you go out of her and you got you some dude who in a band who's sleeping on his mama couch. This been happening. But see, we doing it to death. We doing it but again, it takes two to tango. And black women are seeking, a lot of them are purposefully seeking out ain't shit niggas for that ain't shit outcome, because they don't want to serve no righteous man. They don't want to get with a man's program and work with him. Not saying that you have to contribute anything as in giving him anything. You just got to continue to maintain a 50% capacity. You understand? But you don't even want to do that. You don't even want to hear you don't even want to make no compromises. You don't. And you know that you can run these Pookies and Ray Rays. This is the game. And I'm only saying Pookies and Ray Rays just as a blanket term for, ain't shit niggas and niggas who don't even want to do right. Niggas who don't even really want no relationship themselves. Why are you giving your body to dudes like this? Because you just want to go out and do what you want to do. You just want to go out and have your fun, your cake, and eat it too. You don't want to get behind no righteous man and work with him. You don't. And the thing is, and it's sad when you see these older women who like that, like older women who just of no use to to a good man. And these women try to find Jesus and find God and talk about God for, at those times when you didn't hit the wall and you don't really have you can't even really be of no good help to a man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you want to use God for convenience, and that stuff vexes my spirit. That vexes my spirit. And this is, God has created you to be a helpmeet. God has created you to be to be cooperative and not be a narcissist and be vain and haughty, using your beauty to try to for monetary gain, prostituting yourself. The very beauty that God has given you. You going now, you want to go out and get surgeries and BBLs. All of this stuff is to just is to increase the lust of men and women. You know what I'm saying? Because now, like I said, a lot of women are just they just becoming more masculine, becoming abandoning their natural use. They gay one day, they got a girlfriend one day and a boyfriend the next. You understand? But God didn't ordain you to be using your. He sees this as hardiness, is sin for you to be using your beauty for prostitution. Why don't you use that to get behind as a reward, to get behind a righteous man? You understand? Why don't you reward him, you know what I'm saying, with your beauty, you know, him doing right by you and him doing right in the world and things like that? Why don't you go, you know, you don't, like I said, you don't want to cooperate with the men, but you still want to sleep with them. That's why the world, you know, and society is becoming what it is today. Stop doing that. Yes, and you guys, bro, get away from women like that. You need to start stop simping and have more discernment, man. You know, don't even worry about leave these women to do what they do, man. You know what I'm saying? If you deal with them, just like Ringo said, man, you just have to deal with them in a certain capacity. But I wouldn't even advise dealing with them. Let them be by themselves, you know, and quit giving these women children without commitment, bro. You giving these women kids. Quit having you like. Why you having kids with them? You as a man could have your cake and eat it too if that's what you want to do. You know, stop getting impregnating these women. Stop doing that. Because like, and if people don't want to be together, you don't want to have no relationship, stop impregnating these women. You seen Sexy Red come out here or got a baby. Like, this is the baby mama culture, man. Stop championing baby mama culture. Stop supporting that. Who is her baby daddy? You understand? And that's what a lot of women today, again, man, but a lot of y'all doing this on purpose. Y'all purposefully getting with, y'all have more discernment than that. Y'all purposely getting with these ain't shit dudes because you know the outcome. A lot of y'all been sleeping with dudes who out here in the streets because you like, hey, it don't affect me none. You know, his ops ain't gonna come kill me, and you know, and that nigga gonna end up dead and in jail, and I can get, you know, I can have a RIP story, I can get some money from it. It's all an emotional roller coaster with them. They don't want to go use that time in their life to go find a decent man, start building with him, you know, continuing to get assets and helping people and live a righteous life. They don't want to do that. So I peeped the game. But you know what? A lot of our women just don't even know. They've been dealing with ain't shit dudes for so long. They don't even know how to live a normal life and be with nobody. Their whole life gonna be in roller coaster and turmoil and chaos. You know, and they get on the internet and want to run their mouth. Like, stop it. We don't want to hear y'all. We don't want to hear nothing you gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Go over there. Cause you ain't helping nobody. Go over there. You like, and that's fine. You doing what you want to do in your life. Go over there with your slutting. Go over there with your thotting. Go over there with all that. You know what I'm saying? Just go over there. And for you women who trying to get your life together, you want a man, you want a decent man, you want to build a family, you want to, you know, live a godly life. You want to, you know, you want to build and leave a decent legacy on this earth. You need to get away from women who are not in that same vein. A tiger cannot change his stripes. You can't be hanging with all these whorish women and then trying to be righteous at the same time. You can't do that. You got to get rid of them. You can't be in the club twerking and doing all that with them and then trying to, you know, call yourself a righteous woman and I want a decent man. You know, you just like them. You gonna get lumped into the group with them because niggas can't discern all that at this point. You know, y'all look the same. But listen, our women are really having a problem like finding good. It don't matter what race. You could go to any race. It don't matter. You are not going to be able to deal with that man. And you're not going to even be able to get to the point of seriousness with him because you're not used to dealing with good, decent brothers, normal men. Like, you're not. You need to hone that. Like, you need to, You know, pray to God. Pray to Christ. He can allow you to jump some levels, because you need to jump. Like, some of our women need to jump levels, because they ain't no etiquette school or nothing. Like, they need to jump levels and just understand men. Like, they didn't even have men in their household, like, right, like strong men. They never had that. So with that being said, look, man, we gonna follow up on this. I'm gonna follow up on this video. You know what I'm saying? But we need to do more like this. Just, talking and having dialogue, man, about, to the sisters as well. It's not just talking to the brothers. We all chopping it up. So with that being said, this is the Real Black Effect, and I'm gone.